taught me amazing things. They've shown me that equines are the bridge to a deeper understanding of the meaning of life and a better sense of ourselves in this world. I'm Meredith Hodges, and I'd like to share with you some of the people I've met and the experiences that I've had along life's journey with those magnificent mules. In 1952, the Olympic Games opened up the field of dressage to female riders. 31-year-old Lise Hartl from Denmark was one of those pioneers. What most people didn't know was that 8 years earlier, she was stricken with polio. Surgery and physiotherapy helped her walk again with the help of crutches, but she was determined to ride again. Her impressive performance garnered a silver medal, even though she was still paralyzed from the knees down and needed to be helped on and off her horse. The world took notice, and therapeutic riding centers began appearing all across Europe. In 1969, the North American Riding for the Handicapped Association was formed to provide safety guidelines, training, and to certify instructors. There are over 700 NARA-accredited riding centers in the United States today. Therapeutic riding is being used to treat a broad range of physical disabilities as well as emotional and behavioral conditions. At Hearts and Horses in Loveland, Colorado, both horses and mules are used in therapy. These large equines challenge riders to face their fears and feel a sense of accomplishment.
You know, to know that I could control a 1,300-pound animal is just, it's an amazing feeling. Sometimes, you know, just because of the way life is, sometimes you don't feel good when you get up or whatever. And you come out here with the horses and they just have a way of changing your attitude. You get on the horse and it just feels different. Okay. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Good girl, Sadie.
Whoa, whoa. Nice. All right, let's walk out a couple steps and then we'll...
I had some rehabilitation therapy at my home, and the therapist that came to my house to give me the therapy, she told me about the program.
Ready? Okay, let's walk on.
I was kind of excited about it. I had rode horses when I was younger, but I didn't know very much about them or didn't realize the impact that it would make on me.
How do you feel?
Good.
Great. Nice deep
Good
breath. Nice turn. Beautiful.
When I first started riding, I had trouble sitting up straight on the horse, and I just didn't have very good balance or very good coordination. And over the 4 years, I've got better and better. Good girl, come on. Come on, Sadie. Good girl.
That's a nice pace. Good. Oh, that's even better.
Come on, good girl.
Nice. You're keeping her going at a really nice pace.
I just wanted to get my balance better and be better communicated with the horse, because when I was younger, I didn't understand that, you know. And now I'm able to get the horse to do amazing things that other people sometimes can't.
Very nice. You want to keep going?
Yeah. I usually try to come twice a week when I can. This is my only interaction with animals, really, so, and this is the best one for me, so. Oh.
That was awesome. Good job.
The horse can sense a lot of things. It's kind of hard to explain because it's so unique. Good girl, Sadie.
You're getting it.
Good girl. One thing about it, I like riding a horse, and so I don't think it's work. So that's what makes it really, really cool. I mean, I can be tired, but I feel so good when I get off that horse.
The relationship between therapist, horse, and rider is unique. The therapist adapts each of the sessions for the rider's disability and to maximize the effects of the equine's movement.
I'm a physical therapist and I specialize in pediatrics, but I do also have a certification in therapeutic riding, so I'm an instructor. I do hippotherapy here, which is therapy with the motion of the horse. The name hippotherapy came from the Greek word for horse, which is hippo. I think originally they were seeing psychological effects, you know, the great energy and mood and motivation that it gave people. And then they started to do some research and realized that there were great physiological effects on the heart and the muscles and the joints. And the planes of movement provided by the horse were the exact same movements in the human body that occur during walking or gait. And there isn't any other exercise that can provide that.
Okay, B, try.
Human walking and walking in almost all four-legged mammals are very similar because they use a similar mechanism for conserving energy and reducing the energy cost of locomotion. What you're going to see, for example, if you take mules walking, you're going to see increases and decreases in speed, so that's going to be changes in motion in this plane. Obviously, the animal is going to go up and down, so that's going to be motion in that plane. And then there may also be some motion from side to side as the animal walks, because in the walking quadruped, because they're not walking in synchrony, they're not marching like two good soldiers, there has to be some flexion of the spine to sort of account for the fact that when the guy who's walking behind, if you will, is speeding up and the guy in front isn't, there has to be some motion. So that'll produce some side-to-side motion. And that motion in all three dimensions, I think, is contributing to the training effect. The people who are riding have to be adjusting their posture, maintaining their posture, and doing that in a rhythmic and predictable fashion. The fact that the pattern of motion is so similar as it is in humans means that the neural pathways that are hardwired in our spine for walking probably predispose that motion to feel familiar. In hippotherapy, there have been people young children who have cerebral palsy who have never walked, and yet they put them on horses and they adapt to that motion very quickly. And I think that could be because of the fact that the motion is so similar due to the similarity in the biomechanics of their motion.
When we come back, we'll explore how hippotherapy has given one inspiring woman a chance to regain some independence. Welcome back to Walk On. One benefit of therapeutic riding is the partnership between equine and rider. This deep connection allows many riders to feel a sense of satisfaction and control again.
I think that it's just amazing how they connect and can sense what's going on. Animals are incredible, and I know there's been a lot of work around dolphins and other animals and how they can recognize when someone has a disability and show an empathy that's just amazing, and horses are the same way. Since I started using the wheelchair full-time in 92, 93, I had never imagined that I'd be able to horseback ride. But in 99, a lot of people were saying, oh, you ought to try it, you ought to try it.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
It takes a special kind of animal to be able to deal with someone rolling up in a wheelchair and then sitting on them.
Right. Watch your backside as it goes down. I got your leg.
Yeah.
And over.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1983. And so I've had it for a long time. I can even trace symptoms back to 78. But having been in the wheelchair, one of the things that my brain stopped needing to do was to work on balance. And so sitting in a wheelchair, you don't have to balance yourself.
You ready?
Well, I'll have to shorten the reins, and I am cattywampus, I can tell.
I have a blast with Katie because I can really push her. Katie wants to be more symmetrical in her wheelchair, stretching places that are tight, getting muscles that are not being used back into use. She used to have a horse that was very wide and very calm and very slow because she was getting stronger. Now we just moved the finish line on her. We've stepped it up to a horse with a ton of movement.
He moves a lot. I'm gonna reach around and try and get.
The body of the horse does this, so your hips do this too. And the pelvis of the horse does this, so yours does this. We're 180 out, but all the same 3 planes of movement occur. That's it. Look there. Good. Yeah. When you stop using just the corner of your eyeballs, you got your chest over there. All right. Now look at me. Come to me. Look at me, I want to see both eyes.
Having sat in the chair, you get lazy and you kind of flop, you know, and my spine's gotten curved. So being on the horse has been huge in terms of getting me to sit up straight.
She used to feel very normal like this. Katie, you're not straight. Well, it felt straight because she'd been there so long. Now she will readjust her body to get straight. She's sort of recalibrated where she is in space because that horse gives her movement all the time. We give her feedback and she's found straight. You know, because if you're in a wheelchair and you're bent a long, long time, it starts to affect your internal organs and your bones and your whole body.
It's wonderful to have the opportunity to experience getting better at something, because even though my MS continues to progress and affect my body in different ways, this is an area I'm actually getting better at. Whoa. Whoa.
She works the opposite side of her body. I have her going left, going left, going left. She rotates to her right side all the time. She uses it so much, she's changing her posture. So she stretches a little before she gets on, but mostly she uses her body the other way and helps stretch one side and strengthen the other side.
They say a horse's gait simulates the human gait. And I know that until they come up with a cure and then also can reverse the effects of MS, I won't be walking again because I've lost that. But being on the horse, I get those muscles moving and feel the sensation of what it's like to have movement beneath me.
She gets to do the moving because the horse provides the mobility. She doesn't have to do it in her chair. She doesn't have to do it on the floor. She gets to do it moving from point A to point B. And if you lose that, it's something that's really nice to feel again.
Jog, 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 jog. Good boy.
Katie, we joke all the time because every time I say, well, we're kind of done, she goes, one more trot, one more trot. She gets one more trot out of me every week because she just doesn't want to get down.
Ooh, Jess, we're going to have to get used to each other. You're a good boy. I think it's really important for individuals to recognize that, yes, being in a wheelchair is confining and it's limiting. And I'm either sitting in my wheelchair or I'm sitting in my car, but I can sit on a horse. And it's helped in so many ways. And you get to have some carrots. Yeah, and then I get nose kisses. Yeah, there's carrots in there. Yeah. Horseback riding it really adds to the things that I'm doing. Plus being on the horse means that I can get out of my wheelchair and I can go out in that field and I can go places that I couldn't go otherwise. And I encourage lots and lots of people to go ahead and give it a try because there are so many more opportunities out there now for people who have disabilities than there used to be.
When we return, we'll find out how meeting a horse changed everything for a group of inner-city kids. Welcome back to Walk On. The use of equines in therapy isn't limited to what they can do for physically challenged riders. Equine-assisted therapy uses the horse to help build self-confidence, self-esteem, and empathy. In Los Angeles, Horses in the Hood partners with horseback riding camps to help at-risk and underprivileged children experience a break from the stress and dangers they face in their everyday life.
My initial thought was my son afraid of horses? Because he hadn't had a chance to be around them. Outside of maybe a possible field trip to the zoo or something, you know, but he has never been as close as he would be, you know, going horseback riding.
When I first arrived at the camp, I was like, wow, all the horses look pretty. So then I petted some of the horses and everything. Then they told us to go like put on their boots and all that and helmets. And then I was like, wow, we're actually gonna start riding right now?
I was nervous. I didn't know what to think. And when he came home and all his body parts were still together and he still had sense, and I was like, okay. I was like, you're done? He was like, no, I go back tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna go back tomorrow? He was like, yeah, I go every single day, all this week.
Kevin's been the most, and so he's actually our most advanced rider of all our campers. And he's quite good. He has a nice feel for riding also. He's got an ability.
I was yelling, "Oh my God, look at my baby. You know, this is my baby." And ever since then, every year, I've been the staff member that actually goes with the kids.
What we do is we work with areas. Watts is our #1 area, and Compton is also going to camp now also, and we're very happy to have Compton.
Without schools, you know, giving them field trips, you know, or without wonderful programs like Horses in the Hood, these kids go nowhere.
Our camps are in Topanga, which is just on the south side of Malibu. And this stable is so beautiful with all these trees and all these big rocks. And the trip to just getting there is going up the highway next to the Pacific Ocean. And a lot of those kids have never seen the Pacific Ocean.
The first time I ever met a horse is my first time when I went to horse camp. I was in shock. I was so happy. I was so happy to ride a horse, and the name of the horse was Comanche, and it was fun.
The best thing is about riding a horse is when we start trotting. It's like we start bouncing on top of the horse, and when we walk them to the stage, it's fun.
Suddenly they are absolutely riding a horse and also doing it very correctly. Our lessons are excellent. And then that leads to learning how to trot and how to post, where you're rising and sitting with the rhythm, and it's very comfortable, and guiding over poles on the ground. And this is I do believe, a very an amazing feeling that I can do this, and I really am the captain of this ship, me and this horse. I'm asking him and getting the correct result because I'm doing it correctly.
It's just that connection. It's something about that horse that just pulls all that drama that they see. You know, we have to hear helicopters every day, police surrounding, you know, everywhere you go. And then the thing is that everything happens to everyone they know.
The one thing that horses do bring to it is they are alive and they are responding to the world, and it's not like another piece of equipment that's not alive. You really have something that you and the two of you can respond to.
I like brushing the horses most of the time, yeah. And I like picking their hooves because it actually helps you learn more about the horse's body, and helps the horse feel better too when they're groomed.
What I really want to be is like help horses, because I want to be like, when they get sick, I want to be like a vet to help. I just want to help animals. I just like animals.
Yes, it's sweet to have a dog. It's lovely to have a cat, birds, fish. But a horse is totally different. And because you have more of a physical connection with that horse.
My destiny is to become a professional horse rider, and I'll groom it, I bathe it, and when it gets sick, I take it to the vet.
I mean, it's just been a blessing for me. It just gave my kids something totally different to do.
It was good to go there to ride the horses, just stand home doing nothing, watching TV, playing the game, listening to music. It was better than all that.
When you go to school and you have to learn this and learn that, and school can be a drag until it connects to something. And then when it does connect to something, suddenly it's interesting. And then you get to thinking too, maybe I could be a this or a that, not just what I see in my neighborhood. Maybe there isn't a limit to what I could do with my existence or the things that I could be.
Equine-assisted therapies, and particularly therapeutic riding, offer the rider an opportunity for a new vantage point, a new perspective. By physically challenging the participant, working as a partner with the rider, and showing empathy, the equines become a beacon of hope. There are limitations to the kinds of conditions that can be treated with therapeutic riding. For those interested in knowing more about the equine-assisted therapies in our show today, contact NARA, the North American Riding for the Handicapped Association, for a list of resources. The work that therapeutic riding programs are doing now will lay the groundwork for the programs of tomorrow and define the growth for the future. Volunteers, monetary donations, and the gift of equines are needed to keep these important programs going. Join us next time for part 2 of our special therapeutic riding show, Walk On. We'll go to Fort Myer, Virginia to explore the innovative work being done with horses to help our wounded soldiers returning home from Iraq and Afghanistan. We'll talk to William Shatner about how he used his love of horses to help build a foundation for therapeutic riding, and see more from Hearts and Horses.